Well, today's guest is one of the smoothest and slyest critters around.
Yeah, Shannon Reedy with the Miller Park Zoo joining us for today's Critters Uncaged. Introduce us to your friend Carson here.
Oh, well, this is Carson.
But he's not
so
just
very
any
glad
kind
to
of
meet
regular old snake.
Well, no, there's no such thing as a regular old snake. You guys know that, right? This is a California king snake.
He's seeming very active.
Well, he's all about personality.
Okay.
He really is. He's very relaxed and calm, but he's very curious. So he's figuring out what's going on, what you all smell like, you know.
Oh.
Smell awesome, he told me.
Oh, well, thank you, guys.
Well, I did shower today. You know.
We appreciate
Yeah,
that.
right. So tell me a little bit about king snakes. What makes them different from maybe some of the snakes that we see more often here in Illinois?
Oh, well, these guys are actually very adaptable, which is a neat thing. King snakes as a group are found from coast to coast, but this is a California king snake, so they're restricted over to the west coast of the United States, from Oregon all the way down into Mexico. They live in a variety of different habitats, so they're very, very adaptable. Forests, deserts, wetlands, they're really not choosy. They're also not choosy about their food, which does make them a little more different than some other snakes. Some are a little more picky. These guys will eat pretty much anybody they could subdue, including other snakes. And that's why they're called a king snake. Oh. I always like to point out, he happens to have a happy little spot on his head that looks like a crown. Yeah. Isn't that cute? It's specific to him. It's just his pattern. But there it is. But they are called king snakes because they are a bit dominant over the other snakes at times.
How much bigger will he get, or how old is he?
He's 8. Which is a middle-aged snake, not too old, but he's nearly full-grown, about as big as he's gonna get. Well, he's just on a maintenance diet.
How big of something could he eat? Like size-wise, like other snakes. I mean, there are much bigger snakes that...
Right. Well, the basic gauge is to look at their head, and they can eat something about 10 times bigger than their head.
10 times bigger than
So they're super stretchy. Snakes are very elastic. Their skin is more elastic than ours is. Their jaws are held together with a more elastic kind of tendon than ours. So it can stretch a mouth open. It can spread its jaws.
Yeah. So
and the skin as well.
So if you have one of those purse dogs, then watch out for the king snake.
For a big
That's
old-
right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of reptiles, you actually have a great class coming up
Oh
at
my
the
gosh.
zoo.
Yeah, Carson came for a reason. He was going to show off our class. We have our Zoo Explorers class, which we run on days off school for our Bloomington Public Schools, Bloomington Normal. We have a reptile keeper class coming up on Monday. It's really fun. Zoo Explorers is really all about getting to know how the zoo works, and so getting kind of an inside look. They're going to be working with one of our educators and also one of our keepers, and learning a little bit more about keeping reptiles and how to keep them happy, healthy, and terrific.
Yeah, so you need to register for that in
Absolutely,
advance.
yeah,
There's a little fee.
And just to be clear, you guys are in sync with the Bloomington school schedule, but that doesn't mean that only people from Bloomington can
No,
go.
absolutely not. It's open to anyone at all, homeschoolers, anyone from any other school districts.
And you've got a morning session and an afternoon session.
That's right.
So that's great.
That's awesome.
Okay, then if you want to learn how to draw animals.
We have a cool new class coming. I'm excited about this. It's called the Art of Animals. It's happening those same days off school, but it's an all-day class because we want to really get in depth with some instruction on sketching. We have a great artist who's going to help us out with that. And we're going to be featuring birds this month, next week. And in our February class, it's going to be the snakes. You can see the beautiful pattern he's got.
So
and
you'll
so
have
we
models?
feature, and live animal models.
I love that.
Fun.
That's great. And so I presume as part of the class, you'll get to meet and learn a little bit about the animals themselves, too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Helps you draw them better.
Yeah.
Absolutely it does. If he wasn't here, you wouldn't be inspired.
You wouldn't be able to draw that crown on his head.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
All right, well, such fun stuff going on over there at the zoo. Shannon and Carson, thanks. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you want to help make plans to visit the Miller Park Zoo and plan your visit, head to millerparkzoo.org.
Something fun to do over there all the time.